Your phone is your biggest distraction. My phone is my biggest distraction. Over the past, I'm gonna say decade because I'm 25 and I got my first phone when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school. So I was 14 and 15 years old. Ever since then, and like that's when social media really became like popping. That's when Instagram became a thing, and like everybody was posting pictures every day. I was in that trap of posting pictures every day after school. Actually, it was before that. I remember being in middle school, and me and my cousin would like send each other pictures every day after school to edit our pictures, come up with captions. Like it was a whole era, and cool. Back then, we didn't really see the harm in it, but now we're definitely seeing the negative effects of our phones and of social media. I really wanted to make this video because of everything that's going on social media with the whole Young Thug Gunna thing. I don't know the specifics about it. I don't care about it. But it's the fact that like literally everybody is talking about it. Everybody is posting about it. And it's just so insane to me that like we have been conditioned to care about what other people are doing with their lives, aka celebrities, famous people, whatever you want to call it, and even people that are in our like circles or like people that we went to high school with or people that live in our hometown. Like I don't have Facebook, but I know like back home where I'm from, Facebook is like where everybody goes to get all of the tea that's going on in our city. And it's just really like disappointing because like we spend so much time like on social media scrolling, focus on other people, comparing ourselves to other people, consuming all this content, yet we come up with so many excuses as to why we can't make changes in our lives. And I'm saying we because I have fell victim to it as well. Obviously, like I have gotten so much better at it. Like I'm not someone who just scrolls for hours. And I'm definitely a creator. I love to create. I work a lot. I create content for myself. So I don't just sit and consume content every day, but your average person is literally sitting down, whether they're at work, after work, they're consuming so much content, consuming so much even TV shows, movies, X, Y, and Z, but they're not contributing to their goals or to their wellness, to their fitness journey, to their families. Like they have all these other excuses as to why they can't do this said thing, but then like they'll spend an hour or two on TikTok. And that's just because that's what the whole point of social media is. Those short form content, so like the reels and the TikToks, they're meant to be short and they're meant to be consumed quickly so that we will be addicted to it. Like we're addicted to doing this. If you notice, all of the apps that we use from retail stores, from food, from all the apps that you use on your phone, you're consistently doing this. And it's basically training your brain and your mind to go into that spiral of scrolling. And the thing about it is that the reason why it's such a terrible thing for our own mental health and for our productivity levels is because we are more likely to pick this up than to do something that we really need to do. So I can speak for myself, like it's easier for me to pick up my phone than to pick up a book and read. And that's something that I'm really working on. Like in those moments when I have free time, pick up my book and not my phone. And like I even catch myself like say like I'm watching a TV show, right? So right now, the only show I'm watching is Criminal Minds, and I watch it on Pluto TV, which is like an app that has live TV. So there's ads, which is great. I think that we need to bring back ads because watching the show all the way through is just not healthy. You need those breaks. But what happens is when there is a break, I'm more likely like, okay, it's a break. Let me pick up my phone and go check TikTok or check my messages or check Instagram. And so now I've been catching myself like, no, like when there's a break, leave the phone where it is, watch the advertisement, or drink some water, but don't pick up your phone. Like, don't pick up the phone. And so I really just wanted to make this video to make us all more aware of the fact that the reason why it's hard to stay focused or to complete our tasks is because we're so distracted by our phones. And it's not even just like social media, it's also like the phone has allowed us to be overly connected to each other, and it has given people a certain sense of like entitlement to you, to where like if you don't answer the phone or text them back immediately, it's a problem. Or people having your location, because now that's a new thing. Everybody got each other's location. So like if you got my location and you say I'm at home, oh, let me call her because I know she at home. She ain't doing nothing. Or if she at home, she shouldn't be doing nothing. She should be chilling. No, like I actually have a business and I have a husband and I have my own mental health. Like when I'm at home, if I'm not doing nothing, that's me still doing something, to the point where no, I don't feel like talking on the phone for 30 to 45 minutes about nothing. So yeah, it's not even just like with social media, it's also just like the fact that we have so much access to each other, to where we're FaceTiming, talking on the phone, texting, and we're not giving people their space. Like that's not a thing anymore. So I just want to give you guys some things that you can do and things that I'm doing to detach myself from my phone so much, and to just be more in tune with what I want to do and to be less distracted. So first of all, for me, I have accepted that what celebrities doing has nothing to do with me. Like I do not get caught up in the whole drama of what this celebrity got going on, this tour, that tour, like all that. I don't get caught up in all of that. I don't want to talk about those type of things. So if that type of content shows up on my news feed, I'm swiping. Like I'm not going to give it that time, because the algorithm is going to give you what you consume. So if it pops up, I scroll past it, I don't watch it. So one thing for me, like I said, I don't get caught up with any type of celebrity gossip, anything like that, because like I said, I don't want to be conversation and I don't want to see it on my news feed. Second, having timers. So whether you set the timer on your phone, like you can set app timers where you can only consume like 30 minutes a day of a certain app. So that's one thing you can do. Or like if you're somebody who scrolls for hours, maybe you should set a timer. Like, okay, before I go to bed, I'm only giving myself 15 minutes to scroll, or 20 minutes. Like, just honestly, if I'm really being honest, we really should be finding other ways to fill up our time than scrolling on social media. I actually don't believe in sitting and scrolling for minutes to hours at a time at all. But if you're somebody who does it for hours, I can't tell you should just cut it out. If anything, I could just give you some tips on how to shorten that time. So like I said, maybe if you usually scroll for an hour before you go to bed, maybe you make a timer for 45 minutes. And then each week you just continue to decrease that time. Like I said, app timers are really good. Like if you can only give yourself 30 minutes or 20 minutes a day for an app, when you try to open the app, it won't show you what's on there. It'll have like a screen that says you've reached your limit for the day. Of course, you can hit ignore the limit, or you can hit give you like another minute or another 15 minutes, something like that. But obviously it's meant to just make you more aware of the fact that you've been on your phone a little too much. And if you look at your day and like what you have or haven't accomplished, it will tell you like, yeah, I've probably been on my phone too much. So like say for instance, today is Sunday for me. I have a long to-do list kind of. So I had to do my hair, which I've already done. I had to wash it and just put it in the style for the week. I went to church this morning. I needed to record a video for today and upload a video for today. I have to do some client work. I need to cook. I need to fold clothes. So like I have a long to-do list. So like if by the end of the night, if I haven't done most of those things, I can easily look and be like, okay, what was I doing to the point where I couldn't complete this one task? Oh, I was probably on my phone. And so you just want to become aware of it, and you want to not really punish yourself, but just set boundaries with yourself when it comes to your phone. Like I said, it's a big distraction. So yeah, set some like app limits or timers for your social media consumption. And then the next thing is set boundaries for phone calls and text messages. So for me, one thing I've been doing, if I'm really not in the mood to talk, or if I know that I need to complete a task that may require my phone because I do post content, I will not answer that phone call. I used to feel really guilty about that, especially when it comes to my parents. Now, most of the time, if it's one of my parents, I will answer the phone just in case. But if it's somebody that I know don't want nothing and they're just calling me because they know I'm at home and they think I'm not doing nothing, I'm not answering the phone. So yeah, setting boundaries with that, texting people and not being afraid to say, hey, I'm busy, I'll call you later. Or text them like, hey girl, like I'm a little busy right now. Did you need something or did you have a question? Just something along those lines. And then maybe you even have to tell people like, hey, like I'm in a really busy like work season right now, so I may not be as accessible through phone calls, but if you could, you know, we could chat through text every now and then. But just having boundaries and not feeling like you have to text people back immediately. Because I know also, for me, like I'm not a good texter. Like I know a lot of people say that, but I'm really not a good texter. Like we can be texting and having a conversation, but if I get distracted and I'm doing something, I'm not gonna text back. I am better on the phone. Like if I'm doing something while being on the phone, that's how, like I'm better at that than to just sit and be texting people. Cause like I said, I really be trying to stay away from my phone as much as possible when I'm not working. So for me, like when it comes to text messaging, I used to feel guilty about like not texting people back, but now I'm at a point where I'm like, if it's like really not important and the conversation is really not going anywhere, it's okay to not text back. And then if somebody texts you and they have a question and it's really not that important, either text them back and say, hey, I'm gonna get back to you later, or you don't respond. You text them back when you get a chance. Because like I said, these phones have made us feel too entitled to people's time. And listen, if I can tell you, give you guys any advice, your time and your energy is your most valuable asset. How you spend your time is your life is a reflection of how you spend your time. If you are overweight, like you're not fit, that means that you're not spending your time working out or eating healthy or cooking. You're more likely spending your time sitting a lot, you are eating a lot, and yeah, so like your reality is definitely a reflection of how you spend your time. If you're not getting things done around the house, but if you look at your call log and it said that you were on the phone with so and so for an hour or two, that's just a reflection of how you've been spending your time. So you know, you have to hold yourself to a high standard if you want other people to respect you and hold you to a high standard. So you gotta let people know, like, no, like I can't talk right now. Or, you know, not be so quick to text people back, not be so accessible to people, especially to people who are just wanting to suck your energy and drain you. Okay, and the last thing I want to say is understand that there's a difference between consuming and creating. You want to be more of a creator than someone who is consuming a lot of content. And I'm not saying that everybody is meant to be content creators, because everybody is not meant to be content creators. But you could be creating other things in your life, whether you are working, you have a 9-to-5 job that you want to pour into, you want to, you know, get a certification, or you want to move up at your job. You could be focused on that versus spending time on social media when you're not at work. Or if you are a content creator, like focus more on creating content than consuming content. So maybe making daily posts, or, you know, planning YouTube videos, or planning, you know, your TikTok videos. There's something that you could be doing. If you are in a content space, you know that there's always something that you could be doing to make your content better or to get out more content. Like I said, you may have a business that you could be working on. But be more of a creator than a consumer. That is one of the best ways to kind of reframe your mind when it comes to how to use social media. And then also, if you are like heavy on your phone, maybe find ways to like kill two birds with one stone and get some educational content from your phone news versus just only consuming drama and gossip. And the thing about it is, you guys need to really become aware and understand that being so attached or in tune to drama and gossip is not a good thing. It usually means that you are deflecting from your own life. You're somebody who loves chaos. Yeah, those are pretty much the main two things that I could think of just right now. So when you are overly like indulged in those things, just know that it's kind of a reflection of how you feel about yourself and your life on the inside. For me, I used to love watching like reality TV when I was in elementary and middle school and high school, because my mom used to watch it. And so I was really big into Basketball Wives, loving hip hop, and that's because I love the drama of it. But then as I continued to grow and mature, I realized that the drama that are on those shows are not a good depiction of the Black community and how we operate and how we should operate. It's really just glorifying like all the toxic things of our culture, and I don't like it. So I stopped watching it. Seeing those women fight and things like that. I think that I was attracted to it because one, my mom watched it, and so I was watching it with her. So it was a way for us to bond, but also like, I think that in our culture there is this attachment to chaos and drama and all that toxic culture that's on those TV shows. And so just becoming aware of that made me realize like that is not how I want to spend my energy. That is not what I want my brain to be full of. And seeing how those people act on those shows, like that is not how I personally want to operate. So yeah, like it's important to understand that gossip and drama and chaos is not something that's really feeding your spirit in a healthy way. Is actually doing the complete opposite. And becoming aware of that and accepting that may help you, lose a little bit of interest and attachment to consuming that type of content. That way you will be less distracted and you won't know what's going on. Like, it's actually a flex when you don't know what's going on, because I can't really tell you what's going on with this whole situation with Young Thug and Gunna. All I know is that they both went to jail. Gunna got out first. Young Thug was there for a little while, and now they say that Young Thug is crashing out. But I see Gunna he's running now. He's into exercise. I guess his music is great. I don't know. I don't listen to his music. But like, who cares about that? None of that stuff has nothing to do with my life. We are all human. We are all individuals. But having conversations about who a rat and who not a rat is not doing anything for me or for the people that I am looking to serve. So what's the point of even consuming that content? So I just want to, come on here and say that to limit a lot of distractions from your life, you need to really find ways to get detached from your phone, replace it with healthier habits such as reading, going for walks, listening to educational content or podcasts, sermons, spending more time with your loved ones, planning things with the people that are around you, doing things that are outdoors, going to the gym, cooking, like focusing on your work, focusing on your craft, your career, like those things that are actually fulfilling you and pouring into your spirit versus things that are draining you and taking away from what you really need to be doing and what you are called to do. So yeah, guys, I hope you got some insight and some tips on how to kind of get away from your phones and be less distracted and be more focused in your day-to-day lives. If you're new, my name is Amari. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video.